Hi, welcome to Real Magic Review. My name is Steve Faulkner and this is Becoming Fizz Wizz Pop by Nikola Arkane. Before we start this, can you please check out cardmagiccourse.com. Please like, subscribe and share and press the little bell icon because we go live twice a week now, Mondays and Thursdays if possible, and you'll need the notifications just in case anything changes because sometimes it does. So I got given this. Nicola came up to me at the session convention and she'd written this book, Offer and Back, and said, can you review it? And I said yes. And then I came back and realised I had a load of stuff to review, and I'm so glad to get to it because I really think it's important to support people that sit there, write their own book, get it out there. It's a very vulnerable thing to do and it requires our support. And I wrote a book way back called Go Do, a productivity book. I don't think it was very good really, but I remember the process was really challenging and it really is to be applauded. So that's not just why I'm doing this. I'm not, the content as well is important. But this is about becoming a children's entertainer, which actually becoming Fizz Wizz Pop is Nicola's character as a children's entertainer, but there's a little bit more to this, I think, on reading it in depth. So it's the practicalities of becoming a kid's entertainer, but it's also the practicalities of becoming an entertainer, pretty much, which is why I thought it was worth a mention. There are many people who watch this channel that are kids entertainers, but please don't dismiss this and don't not watch it. I'm not kids entertainer, because I think you will get something from this. She divides it into 4 parts. It's the origins, which is the short origin story, which is quite short, thankfully, and I don't mean that in a nasty way. I really don't. I think that any origin story, when you're reading this sort of thing, is important just to get enough to get someone's story, and that's the inspiration, isn't it? She's gone from being unemployed, talks about the challenges of doing the first shows, the struggles that for any business person to undergo, and get through to become a successful children's entertainer and magician and business person that she is now. That's important, and it goes into when she first watched Sooty as a kid, and there's pictures of that, which are lovely pictures. I mean, it's really nicely done, by the way. She's put a lot of work into mine was just like a PDF and a white book that I got printed down the road. But this is, it's got some beautiful pictures in, and it's just set out really nicely. So there's that. And then we've got this, I think it's called the Wonder Trail, which is the nitty-gritty of the process she went through to put together the show, but so much more than that. So yes, it's got the stuff of what to think about when putting together the act itself, which is clearly what's going to get you booked, but all about the marketing and being proactive and the little step and all the mistakes she's made, which is just gold for someone. When I was starting out as a close-up magician, I think there was one thing out there, was Lou Serrano's thing that was really expensive, rightfully so, which really took you through step by step of what to do, and I couldn't afford it at the time, but there was really nothing else. I think there was that, what was that, Hustle, that Joe Bauer thing. That was great. It's so cheesy, but it was great. But that was that, and I remember buying that ring band thing for ages. I wonder what it is, I want to get it.
You see that business card? Cheap. Strathmore stock. 60 pound. Holds a crease.
So the last 2 parts, the main bulk of the book is I would say this stuff, all the practice, and it really goes into detail. It's what happens when you get one difficult child that wants all the attention. How do you get the adults and the kids involved? What's the magic age? And she talks about her magic age being 5 of what she likes to perform to, but understand it's got to appeal to people around that bracket. So understanding what is your demographic really, what is your ideal show suited for, and all those questions you need to be asking yourself, which sometimes we don't. When I got into magic, I just kind of threw myself into it and see what happens, and that's why this is really important, because we can save so much time and other people do the work for us. So Journey's End is the 3rd part, which is talks about the 3 wishes, the 3 main things you've got to know going into this. I think it's spontaneity, generosity and patience that she talks about, has a bit on that. And then the last bit, which is really useful, which is like an appendix of all the things that from the whole booking process right to the beginning, to the pre-show, in the show, after the show, what you do, again, a blueprint for someone going into this business. And the way she does it is she talks about the challenges, what can go wrong, the troubleshooting. So that's kind of like the troubleshooting bit at the end of an instruction booklet. That's becoming Fizz Wizz Pop by Nikola Arkane. I will put all the links below where you can get it. I'm sure if you see her at a convention, she'll have copies on her, and you know, stuff like this is important to share. So if you know children's entertainers, do share the review, get the word out there, because I know what it's like. It's not easy shifting your own stuff when you're starting out she's not starting out as a performer, but starting out when you're creating your own stuff. And I think she has a blog as well, and I'll try and put that down there as well. So thanks very much. Please like, subscribe, please share it if you like people that are into this sort of thing. And Instagram is at Real Magic Review, and my personal one is at Steve Faulkner. Twitter Faulkner Steve, I don't really use that. So at Steve Faulkner, both of them, but it's just the magic on a magic one, and a bit more personal stuff and personal development stuff on the Steve Faulkner one. Thanks very much. Take care. Have a good one. Cheers.